All right, it's time for the final test race for the 1975 cars. Paul Ricard in the south of France. That red section is the Mistral Straight, 1 mile long. And a lot of the passing will take place there. This race is brought to you by the country of France. A lot of people take pot shots at the French, but they're actually quite sophisticated. Think France. We don't scream and giggle when we see pee-pee parts. Now on to the race. This is Paul M. Jones driving his familiar Shadow DN3. Or actually, I believe it would be a 5 at this point. Yes. Warming up the tires. This was his first F1-S-R pole. Alongside him is Slow-Mo in the Enzyme, and right behind him, there you get a better picture of him, is Angelo driving the Stanley BRM. So now we're looking from Steve Parker's view for the start. Green light. Oh! A little bit of confusion there, and then chaos ensues. Myself and other people get caught in that. Goodness. Steve would retire at this point, unfortunately, and you can see me there continuing on. Anyway, back to the front. Here we have Paul in the lead, Angelo is in second, and Dylan Yates in the Surtees is in third. Approaching the far end of the track. Lots and lots of sand offline. So the view from Angelo's car as we enter the Mistral Straight. Here it's very critical to have low wing settings so you can get the maximum speed possible on this straight. And I apologize for my voice. I had a cold over the weekend. Look at this. Using the slipstream, Angelo gets by Paul to take the lead as they brake for the Signa bend. Oh! Paul getting onto the dirt there. That's very easy to do, especially with cold tires. A little further back, this is from Porks' car. Oh, several people getting it all wrong on that curve. But fortunately, there's plenty of runoff area, and all these guys can continue. So Angelo continues out in front, completing lap number 1 with Paul in second. And I believe that is, yeah, Dylan still in third, Flying Dutchman in fourth. A little further back, this is Nicholas Cole in his familiar pitch plant car, running right behind Flying Dutchman. As we go through these really fast sweeping turns, Verrerie, now into this chicane. Nicholas biding his time here, and now into this very tight double apex corner, which is very easy to get wrong. You have to go down to first gear and get really slow, just so you can make it around the corner. So now Nicholas is going to try to set up Flying Dutchman on the Mistral Straight. The view from Flying Dutchman's car, look at that. Nicholas sweeps out from behind. He's got him on the inside, but Flying Dutchman's not through. Coming alongside. Oh, goodness. It really is a game of chicken at the end of that straight, whether you want to let it all hang out or not. You're basically banking on the other guy to give you room. Now, this is Peter Lang, who I guess was involved in that fracas at the start. He lost his front wing, so he had to come into the pits and get it repaired, but he would figure later on in the results. And he probably got fresh rubber as well. Now back with Flying Dutchman and Nicholas Cole. This is a battle for fourth place. There goes Flying Dutchman back by again, using that slipstream. Kicking up dust there. You can see Nicholas having a look on the outside there, and now coming back on the inside, looking for room. It's just not there. Really, really tight battle going on here early on. So they continue through the twisty bits. Oh, goodness! Looks as if Nicholas might have been tapped there, but it's hard to tell from that angle. So let's take a look from another angle, from Slow-Mo's car. And no, it was just on his own. And it is easy to get it wrong there because you're coming down from a lot of speed. Now this is on lap 4. This is Paul M. Jones running second, slipstreaming Angelo. You can guess where this is going. Sweeps right by 197 miles an hour there. I checked the speedo. He sweeps into the lead. Oh, goodness! Angelo almost got pinched on the outside there. Just manages to avoid contact. Or if he did contact him, it was light. Angelo fighting back on the inside here. But Paul is able to make it stick. Now, this is on lap 4 as well. This is yours truly following Tony. Under braking for the chicane. That takes me up to 9th place. Got my dark visor there for the bright sun in the south of France. Tony is going to fight back, though, as we get onto the Mistral straight here, driving the JPS Lotus number 15. And here you can see the advantage that having a low wing setting can have. Tony slipstreams me, pulls out, tries to overtake, but I can surmise from this that I had a lower wing setting than Tony did. I was using 1 degree in the front and 3 degrees in the back. And he must have had a higher wing setting, otherwise he would have been able to pass me. Whoa. So into the twisty part of the course now. Now we're back with Flying Dutchman again, and this is for 4th place versus Slow-Mo on the Mistral straight again. Oh, goodness, look at that. Very, very close. Braking for the corner, but looks like Slow-Mo might have got, well, sorry, not Slow-Mo. Flying Dutchman got a bit deep in there. And now here's another attempt at the Mistral about a lap later. And he gets it done this time. Now this is Ace following Wesraz. This is on lap 7. Whoa! Wesraz driving James Hunt's car, but looking more like Gilles Villeneuve than James Hunt, I think. Ace biding his time. Oh, Wes makes a slight mistake, and it's very easy to do there in his defense, because it gets incredibly tight. So now Ace is going to try to set up Wesraz on this straight. The Mistral straight. Slipstreaming. Wes on the inside of the straight, which is a bit odd. Oh! Ace apparently feeling the car getting away from him there, so he lifted. So that effectively ends this overtaking opportunity. Slowing down for the curve. Following lap, whoops, off the course there, and so now Ace has another opportunity on the plate. Following Wes here, but whoops! Car gets away from him, onto the dirt, gathers it back up, keeps going, but that costs him a considerable amount of time and speed on the straight, which is to the advantage of yours truly. I just happened to be behind and gave me a good running start here, unfortunately. There I go. Now into the See you, Bend. That corner is really tough because it's a tightening corner. It starts out fast and it gets slower as you go through it. Now here's Ace actually taking the position back. Following lap. I figure I'll just bide my time here. Ace running a bit wide there. Now going through that turn that I said before, is it starts out fast and then gets slower. Right here you have to change down again. Whoops! Looks like Ace might have gotten a wheel on some dirt there, and sometimes it's all it takes to send the car out of control. Now Wezraz taking another Lawrence of Arabia excursion. And I believe that's me behind him. Yeah, uh-oh, shoot. And here I am able to overtake him, and I think that takes me up into 7th place. This is a view from Wez's car. Almost a replay situation here of the Tony thing coming down the straight. Just keeping the foot planted on the floor. Now that's Peter Lang, who you remember had an incident earlier, and he's on fresher rubber than we are, although he can't be that much fresh because he was only a lap. Oops! I actually did feel a tap in that instance from Wez, but thankfully I was able to keep control of the car. And now, as you can see, Peter just sweeps by me. He was much faster than me. I wasn't going to be able to hold him off. Now this is Paul in the lead, and his tire blows out. This was not the only car to have this happen to. It happened to me, and it might have happened to somebody else. I can't remember. So that was Angelo sweeping through to take the lead. Now, here's a replay of it on board. Just suddenly, Paul just loses control. Ooh. So, luckily, Paul was able to bring the car around and get into the pits and change the tire. He eventually finished 3rd. Now, this is Dylan following Slow-Mo, 3rd place, and he's about to take 2nd place on the Mistral straight here. This would prove critical in the outcome of the race. You'll see in a moment why it is. Nice shot of the Surtees there. A little bit of a lock up there. Oh, goodness. Slow-mo getting a bit sideways there, but keeps it under control. Now, this is Angelo, who's leading the race with a lap to go. Coming down to complete the lap, and all of a sudden, just inexplicably, the car goes to the garage. I don't know if it was a disco or what happened. Anyway, so Dylan comes around, picks up the lead, and that would be the start of the final lap, and he would come around to take the win for John Surtees. Now, this is also on the final lap. Peter Lang versus Nicholas Cole. Nicholas Cole minus his front wing at this point. Peter sweeps by. This is for 4th place, by the way. Oh, goodness! I'm not sure what went wrong there, but maybe it couldn't have been an aerofoil thing because most of the aerofoils were low. Anyway, there is Flying Dutchman coming through to take 2nd place. And that was Paul M. Jones 3rd. There is Dylan celebrating his win. Very nice. So that is the test race at Paul Ricard. There's where you can find us for the 75 season.